Question is, find the Fourier transform of e power minus a square x square, where a is the real constant. Here we know that Fourier transform, that is, suppose f of alpha equals to 1 by root 2 pi e power minus infinite to infinite e power minus a square x square e power minus j omega t j omega x dx. If we solve, that is 1 by root 2 pi, the value of this integral, if we follow the standard integration process, that is, we get a square e power minus alpha square 4a square. If we solve this one, we will get answer as a under root e power alpha square by 4a square. Hence option C is correct.
The question is, find the value of A matrix in x dot equal to Ax for the system described by the differential equation y double dash plus 2y dash plus 3y equal to 0. So usually the people will confuse that here. So y indicates the output. So if you take y as an output, so you will end up with the wrong solutions. So here y indicate a state. It is a state. It indicates a state of a system. So basically it's a control system problem. So we have to define what is the matrix A here. So the first of all we have to define what is matrix A. Here the A is a state matrix. So we have to find out the matrix A here. Right. So with the help of the given differential equations. Right. So here, so for convenient purpose, I am taking y equal to x1. So if we take y equal to x1, what is y dot? So obviously it will be x1 dot. So we know that x1 dot equal to x2, that is the next state, right? So x1 dot equal to x2, and if I take y double dot, what is the meaning of it? This will be x2 double dot, and don't go for x3, right? So because here the network is consisting only two states, so that's why, so we are limited up to x2. So now I am substituting these things in our given differential equation. So what is our given differential equation? Y double dot plus 2y dot plus 3y equal to 0. Now, so try to substitute these things in the given differential equation. So if you substitute these things in the given differential equation, then we will get x2 double dot plus 2x1 dot 2x1 dot. x1 dot is nothing but x2. So 2x2. I am substituting not x1 dot. I am substituting just x2 because y dot equal to x2 plus 3x1 equal to 0. So from this what you will get? x2 double dot equal minus 3x1 minus 2x2. Right. This is our equation number 1. Right. So we are here the system having two states. So that's why we require two state equations for defining the state matrix. So one more equation is this one. This is x2 dot. Simply x2 dot. Simply x2 dot. This is y double dot is nothing but x2 dot, right? Y double dot. This is, so x1 dot equal, we know that x1 dot equal to x2 from this equation. So that is equal to x2, right? So I can write this equal to 0x1 plus 1x2. So from this you can write a state equation x1 dot and x2 dot, that is equal to some matrix multiplied by x1 x2. So this is our state equation. So x1 dot equal to what? 0x1 plus x1 1x2. So that's why 0 1, and x2 dot equal to what? So x2, this is x2 dot. x2 dot equal to what? Minus 3x1 minus 2x2. So minus 3x1 and minus 2x2. So the state equation is here. The state equation A is 0 1 minus 3 and minus 2. So this is our state equation, and A is a state matrix. So now A is a state matrix. So we have to go for option A. The question is, we have to find out the transfer function directly, straightforward. That means C of S by R of S we have to find out. So we know that the definition of the transfer function is a block diagram is given. So one way of solving the problem is directly, if you know the reduction techniques in the block diagram, so directly you can approach that method. Otherwise, one more technique is also there, and that is, first you have to convert the block diagram into signal flow graph. Then you have to do the transfer function with the help of signal flow graph technique. right? So that is the second method. So generally the people usually go for signal flow graph technique if the block diagram given is the complex one. So but if you observe this system, it's a very simple system. Only two cascade elements are there in the forward path, but two series elements are there in the, I can say parallel elements are there in the feedback path. So that's why this is very simple method. So that's why we will try to simplify this with the help of block diagram reduction techniques only, right? Now if you, I am just reducing the network by combining these two blocks into a one block, and by combining these two feedback path into a one feedback path. So these two are in parallel. If the two networks are in parallel, then that will be added. So if two networks are in series, that will be multiplied in block diagram reduction technique. So I am following those techniques, I am applying those techniques here. Now I am reducing this block diagram by like this. So this is my forward path here, G1, G2, because these two are connected in cascaded. So that's why these two are multiplied. Now in feedback path, these two will be added. So 1 plus H1. So because the gain of this is the gain of this feedback element is H1, but the gain of this feedback element is nothing is mentioned here. So that's why this is a unity feedback. I can say directly unity feedback because the output is directly fed to here. The directly is fed to here, but the output is fed through a block, that is H1. The gain of the feedback path is H1 here, but the second path the gain is 1. So that's why I directly taken 1 plus H1. So now I am reducing this. The control the transfer function equal to, we know that G by 1 plus GH, because this is a negative feedback. So that's why G by 1 plus GH. What is G here? G1, G2, and 1 plus, what is G? Again G1, G2, that multiplied by 1 plus H1. If you solve this, what you will get? G1, G2 by 1 plus G1, G2 plus G1, G2 into H1. So what is your answer? So obviously the option will be D. We have to go for option D. So option D indicates G1, G2 by 1 plus G1, G2, H2 plus G1, G2. So the option is here